and welcome back to our channel.
ASMR.
ASMR. We are Maggie and
Dissociation.
we are Maggie and Kay. Today we are doing a Q&A. We ask you guys some questions on TikTok, and so here we are. Our main camera is, so we are using our old camera. So we are gonna answer as soon as possible before, I don't know. You guys, how? We are gonna switch from English to Italian, from Italian to English. It's going to be a pain in the for Maggie, who will put the subtitles. I think we are gonna answer all Jegulus related
Yes,
questions.
it could be the Jegulus Q&A.
It's gonna be the Jegulus Q&A.
Watch me scratch through the glasses. I don't know if anyone noticed.
Ah. Where did the idea to make the Jegulus films come from? It's gonna be a long answer.
No, it really came in just a couple of hours. You came back home from work and I already wrote like
2 or 3 episodes,
yes,
maybe.
I think the idea, Regulus pinning James with the wand. A little bit from the Crimson River with a knife. A little bit from other fan fictions that I don't even remember.
Some Ed Cannons.
Yes, it's one of the most important dynamic that I really like about Jegulus. From that,
you wrote all the
yes,
story
it came
around this
really,
idea.
really easy.
Because you are a genius.
Ah.
How long have you known each other? 8 years. We have been together for 7 years.
Yes.
But we start talking at the end of 2016 because it's when Uranus appear in our life. How long is your Jegulus series gonna be?
Okay. This one is a little tricky.
I just know I'm gonna have to prepare for a sad ending. It always happens.
I'd say you're gonna suffer, but you're gonna enjoy it.
Hurt and comfort.
Yes. It's gonna be long.
Like 20 part maybe.
Maybe more. We do have like some kind of cycles.
Arc.
Yeah, like narrative arcs, yes.
Yeah. We are going to end Arc 1 soon.
In my head, it ends with them coming back from the Christmas break.
And then we are gonna start the Arc 2. That is going to be angst. When did you two start cosplaying and why? Io ero già nel fandom di anime, manga, K-pop, però non mi ero mai approcciata al cosplay. Mi piaceva fare dei make-up un po' particolari, un po' di foto, però il cosplay ero tipo no, non è cosa per me. Poi mia sorella ha iniziato a fare cosplay. Non so sinceramente come è iniziato, forse mi sono messa una parrucca una volta e poi ne ho presa un'altra e poi ne ho presa un'altra e poi ne ho presa un'altra.
E adesso abbiamo non so, un quantitativo disumano di parrucche unito in uno scatolo enorme.
In via di crescita. Vedevo la gente divertirsi. Parliamo di un po' di anni fa, TikTok non c'era, si condivideva meno, anzi qua in Italia se facevi cosplay eri lo sfigatello di turno, anche se ascoltavi K-pop.
Ti piacciono le cose da bambini.
Anche se guardavi gli anni. Però vedevo appunto soprattutto cosplayer stranieri che si divertivano tanto, che andavano in fiera, facevano i gruppi, facevano le foto, quindi ho detto fico. When did you start cosplaying and why?
Allora era il 2008.
Piccola!
E ho portato il mio primo cosplay. Cominciamo a fare cosplay anche noi, ma proprio con quello che trovavamo, insomma.
È importante
e poi
sottolineare come una volta era una roba incredibile riuscire a prendersi una parrucca, le lenti a contatto.
Sì, la mia prima parrucca l'ho presa nel 2010.
Era un casino.
Quando ho fatto Nier di Death Note mi ero colorata i capelli con la bomboletta.
Non c'era tutta questa scelta, ti dovevi accontentare di tipo quelle parrucche basic.
Poi vedevo sempre tanti video di cosplayer che addirittura seguo ancora su YouTube. Il mio obiettivo era quello di andare su YouTube, ma poi però non l'ho mai fatto da sola.
Are we going to get a video with all 3 Marauders ships?
We are planning to bring Wolfstar into the picture.
Wolfstar is going to be there soon, actually.
Sooner than you might expect.
The main problem is that it's always just the 2 of us. And it's not that easy like we switch the wigs. We have to do the makeup from the start and to try to make them unique.
Yes.
The last time, how many hours? 3 hours?
Maybe more. I was doing the scars and she was doing the tattoo, so it was pretty long.
I already have some tattoos.
The thing is that if we want to do an episode with 2 ships, like we did last time with the episode 4, that we had Rose
2
Killer.
days.
It is 2 days of filming.
What is your favorite cosplay to do with each other? Cosplay.
Always cosplay together.
And I always like the cosplay we do because if I didn't, cioè non faremo un cosplay.
You always lean into the ships I ask you to cosplay.
Yeah, but
Like-
I enjoy it.
Yes.
So I think at the moment I enjoy Jegulus.
We're also having a harder time cosplaying like girls because
Sì.
long wigs are getting stressing.
Long wigs are stressing, and makeup and fake eyelashes
And the nails.
And the nails. I would love to do more female cosplay, more female ship.
But every time we do them, we get
Stressful.
overwhelmed.
I appreciate Jegulus. I appreciate Roskilder too. I think it's pretty cool.
My beloved.
Would you ever collab with other Marauders cosplayers? We know many cool Marauders cosplayers. It will be a cool experience, but most of them are like outside Italy.
There's people that have reached to us,
Yeah.
really amazing people, that asked us to make a collab with them.
Yeah.
It's hard because we do have to plan when to be in cosplay based on work shift.
Yeah.
Even planning when to cosplay together, it's a little bit hard.
Are booked. When is your free day? Oh no, it's not the same as mine.
It's a matter of time. That's why we don't get to collab that much.
We are not the best person to collaborate. We have an idea and we want that idea to be,
Exactly how we picture it.
you know, the
It's
more
not easy to work with us.
the more
I don't
we-
know why many people want to work with us.
Yeah, people to
Sometimes it's pretty
collaborate.
hard to work with each other,
Yeah.
like the way we are.
Più siamo, più ci sono delle teste da mettere insieme, quindi cercare un punto in comune con tutti, cioè come cacchio fai?
Magari ci stiamo fasciando la testa da soli, magari invece saremo bravissimi.
Siamo due testoline calde. If you would need to describe your relationship as a ship, which one would it be? That's so cute. It's difficult because most of our favorite ships are like from rivals to lovers, from enemies to lovers, and that's not us at all. I think the most similar to us is Solangelo.
I love them.
The mutual support and the golden retriever and black cat energy. Sometimes I'm the cat, sometimes you are the cat. We will do a Solangelo video.
Out of all the episodes of the Jegulus YouTube series, which episode was your favorite to film, and what's your favorite episode in general?
My favorite one to film probably was episode 2 because we
Me
were
too!
we were sitting.
Ah,
And my favorite episode is episode 5, but also episode 6.
my favorite episode, I don't know. Right now, the 4th, because it has a lot of Roskilder, but I think that would change in the future. Who fell in love first?
I think it's me.
Oh.
I didn't know it was love for sure, but thinking back, it was already love. So I'm gonna say me.
Ah. But the number 2.
You fell harder.
Our Hogwarts houses. We're both Slytherin.
We are both Slytherin.
How did you two get into the Harry Potter and Marauders? I read the books when I was little. I watched all the movies. I also was a Marauders fan when it wasn't cool yet.
We are that old.
And then JK decided to be an homophobic
Turf.
TERF. That's why it went a little bit downhill. A couple of years ago, I started reading new Marauders fanfics, especially about Jegulus. That's why I was so obsessed, and I was like,
So
please,
it's thanks to the fandom.
cosplay with me.
It's my second coming out of my life. The first one was hard. Maybe this is harder because it seems like I'm a big fan, but I'm a fan of what the fandom created. Thanks to the fandom.
She
Thanks
does
to-
know a bit about the Harry Potter fandom because Mary is a
Yeah,
big fan.
my-
So during the years,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
learned a
My
little
sister
something.
was a fan,
especially
so
about
I was in into
the fandom, even though she was.
Every fact about each other. Oh, it's too difficult. You cook so well. That's a fact. I'm so happy because when we met, I was. Ero così affascinata dal suo aspetto e poi dalla sua personalità, ma non sapevo che sapesse cucinare anche così bene. Da quando ha cominciato a cucinarmi, ho detto mamma mia.
Eppure, la prima volta che siamo usciti insieme, facevamo la stanza insieme, volevo cucinare, volevo colpirla subito, essere proprio catturata mia. Facevamo un fornellino di merda. in quella stanza dell'Airbnb.
Ma era
Ti ricordi?
quello stanzo, io sono
E quindi abbiamo fatto il ramen.
È stato un grande momento, perché era un momento difficile col cibo, e quindi
Amore.
mi hai fatto rinnamorare del cibo, e
Ah.
quindi io contenta.
Questo è bello.
E
Sì,
qual
una
è
stella.
il tuo fact preferito di me?
Che mi dormi sulla spalla.
Basta! Non è un fact carino.
Sì, è bello, mi dormi sulla spalla. Però che ti piace tipo il mio peso addosso?
Sì,
mi piace che
il
ti
tuo
piaccia il mio peso addosso.
profumo.
Il mio profumo.
Where do you get your costume from? Il mercato.
Letteralmente, questa giacca
Il-
del mercato.
Questa
Questa
giacca
giacca del mercato.
Thrift shopping.
What is the hardest part of making videos on YouTube?
Recording ourselves. We never know how is recording, if it's recording, and we would like to do more cinematic kind of shoot, but it's impossible because the camera is there and we are
Yes.
here.
What got you guys into cosplay and made you actually stay?
È divertente, è soddisfacente, mi dà molta gratificazione.
It's the learning how to shift.
Yeah, when you see the final result, you are like, oh, it was tiring, but bello.
How long does it take to do the Regulus cosplay makeup?
Adesso poco perché so come mi devo
Come ti
truccare.
piace.
Un'oretta mi ci vuole.
Favorite Marauders actor?
Us. We're not actors. We would love to, but we are not actors.
I think they mean like.
Thank you.
I love Aaron Taylor Johnson as James Potter.
Yeah.
I love the movies people choose to edit him.
People are, I don't know how
Too
you do
good.
that.
Even the people who edit us are too good.
You
Too
guys are. I would love to be that good. Favorite place you both have visited? Amsterdam. I
Probably.
would love to come back to Amsterdam tomorrow.
And-
I want to visit all the Europe because
Yes.
we are so close, but
yet
so
so far.
distant. We just visited. Come cacchio si dice? Visited London twice and Amsterdam and Düsseldorf. Stop.
And that's it.
But
I went to
visit-
Prague
Yeah.
and Budapest also.
But not together.
Not together. If you had to describe each other as an ice cream flavor, which one would they be and why?
Mint. Chocolate and mint.
I don't like it, so
It's my favorite screen, so it's you. It's
Ah.
fresh,
Yeah.
but it's also sweet, but not that sweet. It's cool for you.
grazie amore. Maggie would be something like stracciatella.
Ma è così
O-
basic.
Lo sapevo che lo diceva. Se vogliamo andare un pochino più non nel basic, quel gelato buonissimo che fanno con la crema di cannoli. Non ho mai mangiato la ricotta nei dolci finché non me l'hai fatta mangiare tu.
Oh, who is your ultimate bias? Are we
Vai.
talking about K-pop? Because you are going to
Summon the demon!
summon baby Maggie who was obsessed with K-pop, so we are not going to do this.
Drop a name.
You are not going to know, because I'm old. I used to listen to K-pop around 2011.
I'm sure there's gonna be someone with good taste in the comments.
Do you guys know Infinite? Because it was my favorite ultimate group. I'm just gonna say the group. Other than cosplaying, what do you usually enjoy doing like other hobbies? We have too many hobbies like reading, traveling, cooking, trying new restaurant,
Oh.
go to the concert. We like to go to the convention.
Will you do any longer Catradora videos? They're some of my favorite cosplay of yours.
Oh, thank you so much. We already did a longer Catrodora video on YouTube. You can watch it
4 years ago, I think.
before quarantine. 4 or 5 years ago, so it's pretty old. Would love to do more Catrodora because I love them so much. We're gonna like take all the questions about how we met. We start talking at the end of 2016 because of You Are Nice. We were already doing cosplay, but separately.
Yes.
We were really distant because South Italy. I'm from North Italy.
I think you started following me.
Because
Because
ovviamente.
I
Ma
had-
ci giurerei.
This
Io mi ricordo quando ti ho chiesto l'amicizia su Facebook. Me lo
Ok.
ricordo, stavo andando al lavoro.
I have this memory of one or two picture of my costest of JJ from
Yeah.
Euronice going pretty viral. So that's how you probably found me.
Yeah, I was cosplaying as Yurio.
Uh-huh.
So
So then I was like, then I followed her
Interesting.
back right away.
We start talking after we add each other on Facebook too.
Because she answered one of those posts, if you leave a like, I'm gonna leave a comment about you.
No, I don't think people do that.
Yes,
I don't think
I think people
have
would call
Facebook.
it. I think people would call it cringe nowadays.
It was.
I don't mind being
it was
cringe.
special. It was a cool way to have an excuse to talk with people
Yes.
you admire.
If you wanna know what I wrote,
I don't think people wanna know what you wrote
I think people
about
wanna
me
know.
at the time.
We weren't talking.
We were just mutuals.
So she liked the post,
Yeah.
and I went through the pictures, and there was a specific picture of her cosplaying as Yurio with the red suit.
Ah, yeah.
And I was reading a lot of fanfics at the time with Yurio. And I just wrote like "step on me,"
Yeah, the first
like
thing,
with the eyes.
the first thing was step on me.
On me. It broke the ice.
Yeah,
Literally.
It really broke the ice. Then we start talking, deep conversation, late at night. It was really weird. Non mi è mai piaciuto esprimermi troppo, condividere le mie paure, le mie ansie con gli altri. Invece è sempre stato così facile parlarne insieme.
carino.
O forse è più facile parlarne perché siamo degli sconosciuti. Però
Da una parte è vero.
the thing, it was the fact that I was used to have, cioè tutti mi sono sempre andati dietro.
Perché è bella.
Lascia stare. Il problema principale è che un sacco di persone mi sono andate dietro e a me non interessava. E invece codesta personcina mi ignorava per ore.
And I did it on purpose.
Non mi commentava quando volevo che mi commentasse.
Ma io stavo cercando anche di non essere creepy, cioè stavo cercando di mettere dei mi piace una volta ogni tanto, non che stavo là ad aspettare ogni volta.
Questa persona è wow, mi sta ignorando. Riusciva a capire come fare per attirare la sua attenzione. Ed
Ma
era
ci riuscivi in realtà,
Ci-
fingevo solo che non ci riuscissi.
Lo so adesso che me l'hai detto.
We kept on talking.
We're like, are you gonna attend this con? No. Are you gonna attend this con? No. Abbiamo trovato una fiera in cui riuscivamo ad esserci entrambi e quindi ci siamo visti per la prima volta.
E che fa? Mi scrive prima di andare via, e le piacevo.
Sì, ho scritto che eri la mia admiration crush. Amo, ti sei spalmata su di me in discoteca, cioè ho continuato a sentirci e anche se comunque mi ignorava.
Non è vero.
E poi ha deciso così di improvviso di presentarsi a questa convention
Quest'altra, sì.
senza dirmi niente.
Sì. Portando Lance quando lei portava
Abbiamo
Keith.
portato la Clancy insieme al stesso giorno. Mi sono detta che questa volta no, non avrei lasciato un messaggio post fiera, ma avrei sfruttato l'occasione.
Mi ha dato un bacino qui.
E il giorno dopo tu me l'hai dato qui.
Certo!
Quindi dopo ci siamo messi insieme.
Sì.
Dopo abbiamo avuto 4 anni di relazione a distanza con il Covid in mezzo e poi siamo andati a vivere felicemente insieme. Thank you so much for watching. I think we're gonna do a part 2 because our
We have
camera...
so many questions we still need to
We
answer.
have so many questions and you guys are the best, but our camera is dying slowly. Thank you for all your support. Hope you are gonna enjoy the rest of Jegulus series. You can support us by liking, commenting,
Yes.
sharing and
Yes.
subscribing like cool people do because we are cool people. Following us on TikTok and Instagram for new update, new videos, new content. Thank you so much. We love you. Bye.
Vai!